up if you're considering a new job or career this year. Canada's job market has a wide range of vacancies. That is, if you know where to look.
So joining us live this morning for the lowdown on the labor market is author, future of work researcher, and CEO of the Challenge Factory, Lisa Taylor. Good morning, Lisa. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
All right. So according to an RBC market analysis report, there's 25% less than the previous year. However, certain jobs are still in demand. What types of jobs are we looking at here?
Yeah, so it is true that we're entering the year in a weaker job market than we have in past years. But the jobs that still exist, and there are jobs across all sectors in all different areas of the province, if you know where to look. So healthcare, home workers, anything that has to do with learning. So learning and the development of people inside of organizations, human resources, still within the trades, within electricians and other trades have significant amount of job openings, as well as within operations and supply chain. So if you look at reports, that's what the jobs are that are going to pop up to the top that say, here's where most of the vacancies are. But what I would say to individuals is, if that's not the area that you're in, you don't need to make a wide scale change. You don't need 100 jobs. You need one. And there is one job for you everywhere that you can look.
Lisa, I'm curious, though, because, for some people, if you're just starting out your career looking for a job, that's one thing. But let's say you're sort of mid-career. You've been doing something for, say, 20, 25 years. You're in an industry and you decide, you know what, I want to make a change. But, I've got a mortgage, I've got kids. I can't sort of go and start retraining and paying for this kind of thing. What's your advice for people in that kind of a position where they're thinking, you know what, I've got to move on or I need to look elsewhere? How do you go about tackling a job search like that?
So it's a really good question. And it's so interesting that we feel like if we're in that mid-career phase that we're out of time and we can't retrain, as you say, and do something different. People as young as 28 or 29 say that too. Oh my gosh, I took my first degree and I didn't do the right thing. And so we have this feeling like we're out of time and we can't learn something new from really young in Canada. And it doesn't serve us well. And it's also not true. So we learn new things all the time. And certainly the trend of changing careers mid-career is massive. It's actually more the norm than the exception, but it doesn't get enough airplay. It doesn't get talked about enough for people to realize that, yeah, most people change many, many times over the course of their career, and we don't run out of time just because our age has a 4 in front of it or a 5 in front of it. We actually continue to learn and grow across our entire lifespan.
And Lisa, how has the job market changed in terms of what a person needs to put on their resume in terms of getting the education? It used to be that, a college degree wasn't enough or a university degree isn't even enough. You have to have a specialty or a master's. Like, how high up do you have to go in order to kind of pack your resume with experience or education before you decide to take a leap? I guess it varies across industries, right?
It does. And we are certainly in a situation where, the generation that's graduating from school now is one of the most educated generations that we have ever had. And so education is prominent and there are lots of people with lots of degrees. And at the same time, what employers are starting to look for, some of them are starting to take educational requirements off job postings because they're recognizing that's not exactly what they're looking for. What they're looking for is skills. And so what everyone needs to do at every age, whether you have 3 degrees behind your name or whether you don't have any degrees behind your name, is to really focus on what are the skills that you need to be emphasizing so that the employer feels like it's not risky to choose you, so that they know that you can do the work that they're asking you to do. And it's not so much about because I have a degree in XYZ, it's because I have the skills that you're looking for in order to be able to do the jobs that you need me to do.
Yeah, that's interesting, Lisa, because you do see that highlighted on, LinkedIn. What skills do you have for the job? Lisa, can you give me 20 seconds on the importance of AI right now?
AI is incredibly important, but maybe not for the reasons that people think. It's not necessarily because it's coming for jobs. It's because it is an incredible tool for us to be using to extend our own capabilities. So even in your job search, AI can help you to figure out, look, here are all the things I've done that I've enjoyed in the past. Ask me a series of questions that will help me find what good possible next jobs might be at my age in my city. It is a great tool for us just to get used to be using all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, very important tips and such an important conversation to be having at the beginning of the new year. Lisa Taylor, CEO of the Challenge Factory, author and researcher. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.